Top of the morning, good people. Welcome to another edition of Double Innocence with your boy E-Dub, gem dropper and a definite showstopper. You see the logo? I'm going to ask you guys again, do you see the logo? Yes, sir, Bob. The rebuild is real, partners. Honestly speaking, I can't tell you the last time that we've been at this particular point in time in the season and my Canadians have an opportunity to make the playoffs. It's been a long time coming. The last time they had it is the little season that they had after COVID, where they had the Canadian teams playing and the American teams playing. That year, the Canadians went to the Stanley Cup Finals. Yes, I was happy that my Canadians were in the Stanley Cup Finals, but it wasn't done the proper way. And because it wasn't done the proper way, even if they had won the Stanley Cup at that particular point in time, it wouldn't have meant as much to me. Because, you know, the whole format where you had all the Canadian teams playing against each other and all the American teams playing against each other because of the COVID, you know, the flying and all that kind of stuff. That season, as exciting as it was, if the Canadians actually did win the Stanley Cup, to me it would have had what do they call it? An asterisk beside it, in my personal opinion. You got to understand, I was brought up in the 70s where the Canadians were winning Stanley Cups year after year after year kind of thing. So for me for my Montreal Canadian team to win a Stanley Cup that way, I personally wouldn't have appreciated it. So I'm kind of happy they didn't. That being said, as a Canadian fan, we could take pride in everything that we've seen them doing since the beginning of the season, because the rebuild is real. And as a Montreal Canadian fan, that's all we ever really ask for. They spent way too much time in the past just putting band-aids on the problem, just trying to make sure they had a team that could just make the playoffs. Old management was really their main focus was not winning the Stanley Cup. Their main focus was making it to the playoffs. And then, you know, anything at all could happen and we'll live with the results kind of thing. This new regime, this new management that the Montreal Canadiens have backing them, they seem to have a different vision. And I, honestly speaking, I'm enjoying this process, man. No word of a lie. Because this is nothing like the Canadian teams I've been used to watching for so many years in the past. This is a young, exciting squad. And from what I've heard, what's coming up that's in Laval right now that has a possibility of making a team next year and stuff like that, the future is pretty bright. My only question to you guys is, if the Montreal Canadiens are that close to making the playoffs right now, would you mess with anything that's going on? Would you trade the Jake Evans of the world, or the Armias, or I believe his name is Dvorak? Would you trade any one of those guys, or would you keep the team as is, and let's see exactly what they can do to finish off this season? If you ask me my personal opinion, with the way these guys have been working for the entire season, and Jake Evans has been a very, very important part of that, Armia has been a very, very important part of that, and Debo has been a very, very important part of that also, I wouldn't trade a darn thing. I wouldn't trade anybody. I would let these guys go ahead, battle it out, and let's see exactly what they can do. I mean, if it doesn't work out, they don't make the playoffs, you have the offseason to go ahead and make whatever alterations you want to make to the squad. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Share, like, and subscribe. Let me know if you think the Canadiens need to really tinker with the lineup right now, or should they keep that same team for the rest of the season. With that being said, people, I want you guys to have a blessed day. Double Innocence with your boy E-Dub is out. Go Habs, go, baby. Deuces.